My countrymen, though not in any partisan sense, I must speak of the services of the men and women who rallied to the colors of the Republic in the World War. America realizes and appreciates the services rendered, the sacrifices made, and the sufferings endured. There shall be no distinction between those who knew the perils and glories of the battlefront or the dangers of the sea, and those who were compelled to serve behind the lines, or those who constituted the great reserve of a grand army which awaited the call in camps at home. All were brave, all were self-sacrificing, all were sharers of those ideals which sent our boys thrice armed to war. Worthy sons and daughters these, fit successors to those who christened our banners in the immortal beginning, worthy sons of those who saved the Union and nationality when Civil War wiped out the ambiguity from the Constitution, ready sons of those who drew the sword for humanity's sake the first time in the world in 1898. The 4 million defenders on land and sea were worthy of the best traditions of a people never warlike in peace and never pacifist in war. They commanded our pride. They have our gratitude, which must have genuine expression. It's not only a duty, it's a privilege to see that the sacrifices made shall be requited, and that those still suffering from casualties and disabilities shall be abundantly aided and restored to the highest capabilities of citizenship and its enjoyment. Much has been said of late about world ideals, but I prefer to think of the ideal for America. I like to think there's something more than the patriotism and practical wisdom of the Founding Fathers. It's good to believe that maybe destiny held this new world republic to be the supreme example of representative democracy and orderly liberty by which humanity is inspired to higher achievement. It is idle to think we have attained perfection, but there is the satisfying knowledge that we hold orderly processes for making our government reflect the heart and mind of the Republic. Ours is not only a fortunate people, but a very commonsensical people, with vision high, but their feet on the earth, with belief in themselves and faith in God. Whether enemies threaten from without or menaces arise from within, there is some indefinable voice saying, have confidence in the Republic. America will go on. Here is the temple of liberty no storms may shake. Here are the altars of freedom no passions shall destroy. It was American in conception, American in its building. It shall be American in the fulfillment. Sectional once, we're all American now, and we mean to be all Americans to all the world. I would not be my natural self if I did not utter my consciousness of my limited ability to meet your full expectations or to realize the aspirations within my own breast. But I'll gladly give all that is in me, all of heart, soul, and mind, and abiding love of country, to service in our common cause. I can only pray to the omnipotent God that I may be as worthy in service as I know myself to be faithful in thought and purpose. One cannot give more.
I recently had the high privilege of visiting the battlefront of freedom from the English Channel to Venice. I saw the superb and veteran armies of Great Britain, France, and Italy. I saw the heroic associates who with whom our own army is to fight. And I had then, as I have now, a sense of stirring and rising pride in the feeling that America's great and splendidly equipped and prepared army is composed of men worthy to be classed with those heroes, and that they will find heroes worthy of their fellowship. As the great army of American boys is streaming across the sea and taking its place beside the British and the French, my mind projects that picture to another which I saw in Europe. Mountains unscaled by human feet, defended by Italian engineers, with cableways running up them from valleys which seem bottomless, and carrying up cannon, men, and munitions until these white-fingered, up-pointing mountains were really each of them converted into fortress sentinels, guarding Italy and guarding freedom as well, by day and by night. As an illustration of the spirit in heroic France, I heard of a French woman who went to the intelligence office of a hospital to inquire whether her husband, reported to her seriously wounded, had any chance of recovery. They told her there that her husband was dead. She turned. It was not her first sacrifice in the war. And as she turned, seemed to stagger from the room. A kindly disposed man followed her to see whether he could be of any comfort or consolation in her distress. He overtook her at the sidewalk, and she seemed almost distraught as he said to her, "Madam, I beg you to let me express my profound sympathy for this terrible blow." She turned round, faced him squarely, and catching her breath and choking back what would have been a sob, said, "Sir, under these circumstances, there is only one proper sentiment to express. Vive la France." That is the spirit of the people and the army in Europe. It is the spirit of America. And we shall be blessed in the victory we are to win by the sacrifices which will have purified us as they will have glorified our cause.